Welcome to the Tazria edition of the short Vort. This week's Parsha's central theme focuses around Tzaras, which Rav Pam explains as a physical manifestation of a spiritual disease. And Tzaras comes, which is often confused with leprosy, but it actually is not leprosy, but does have some of the manifestations. It comes from one of 7 sins. Most notably is Lashon Hara. But another one that we will focus on today is Gasus Haruach, that is haughtiness. And Rav Pam says that it's a terrible sin, and it's manifested in this week's Parsha's Haftorah and next week Parsha Mitzorah's Haftorah, where we talk about Gehazi. Gehazi, he was a tragic figure in Tanakh. He was the assistant of the Navi Elisha, and he was destined for greatness, but he had 3 character traits and 3 character flaws. And one of those character flaws was Gasus Haruach, his arrogance. And there's a famous incident with the Isha Hashunamis, the Shunammite woman whose son had died and that needed to be revived in a miracle. And Elisha, he sent Gehazi to do and perform this miracle. But he told him instructions. He said, take your staff, and do not talk to anyone. If anyone talks to you, do not respond to them. But what he did, he walked along the yellow brick road, and he was saying, I'm going to make a miracle. I'm going to save this life by reviving the dead. And when it came to actually performing the miracle, he failed. In fact, and Elisha had to come back, and he had to personally revive the dead. And because of this and the other character traits, Gehazi was punished with Tzaras. Now we have several other tragic figures in Tanakh that suffered from their arrogance. They're highlighted by Rav Pam in some of his sichot, in some of his lectures. And we're just going to focus on one more, and that is Yeravim ben Nevat. Yeravim ben Nevat was the kings of the 10 tribes after they were split off from Shevet Yehuda, and he was anointed by a Navi, and he was considered the unsurpassed Torah genius of his generation. Yet he succumbed to his haughtiness. He realized that when it came to the Shalosh Regalim, when you'd go up to Yerushalayim, and there'd be another king there, Rehavam, who was the son of Shlomo, that Rehavam, as the only son of, as the king from the tribe of Yehuda, so he would be allowed to sit in the temple. So he had Yeravim would have a dilemma. If he stood, then it would show that he was a servant. He was on a lower level than Rehavam, and he would lose out. But if he sat, he would be considered rebellion to the leadership, and he would be killed. So what he came up with a solution was he put up idols on the way to the Yerushalayim, so that the Jews would not go up to Aliyah Regel, and they would serve idols. Now this was bad enough because of his arrogance, but Hashem was still willing to let him do tshuva, and he offered him the opportunity that if you do tshuva, I will give you and David and the Ben Yishai to come into the Gan Eden together, and we will walk together. But Yeravim asked, who of us will walk first? And so Hashem responded, Ben Yishai will walk first. So Yeravim said, then if I am not first, then I will not do tshuva. And for this he lost his olam haba. So we see how much the power of arrogance is, that it could blind people and create their downfalls. May we stay away from this terrible character trait and be modest, humble, and the middle level.